when you come to these award shows and you're doing your thank yous and it's based on real people you're playing, does that make it extra special?
I think that the criticism of the movie in that regard has been extremely unfair, and I think that Nick Vallelonga, who brought the story to Peter Farrelly, has showed admirable restraint against some inaccurate, extremely inaccurate, and unfounded and uncorroborated claims. And I think that's unfortunate, but I admire him for the restraint he's shown, and I am grateful for the genuine affection that people have shown this movie, and the validation that people who knew not only Tony Vallelonga but also Doc Shirley have given to the movie. People who knew him and who vouch for the accuracy of this movie.
She has seen the film. She loved L-O-V-E-D, huge capitals with that. On and on. I mean, it's the longest, honest email I think we've ever gotten, John. It went on and on about this film. She's so proud of it. She loved it. And well, she said the cast was extraordinary. She loved the design. She loved the work. She loved the wonder of it. She loved the story. She thought Emily was spectacular.
She was. She really was.
Yes. I mean, she's very proud of it. And you know, she's a very good friend of ours. And we talked to her early on about being part of it, but she said, absolutely no, this is Emily's show, and she should run with it.
Melissa, straight down the center, please. Melissa, one right here, second row. Melissa, right here,
This is so cool. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, but also it's like, I can't imagine a world where you're like, oh, I wish people wouldn't like the movie. Like, I think if I ever say that, I want someone to hit me with a mallet.
Oh, I think it's invaluable for a film. And I feel very strongly that it's part of the whole picture. You know, I mean, you do your work and you hope for a wonderful process, and you hope for well, you start with a great story, and then you hand it over to people, and then it's your part to come again and talk about it and back it and represent it. It's all part of what we do.
Did Dad give you any advice about how to deal with this red carpet nonsense?
Listen to Spike.
No. That's what he said. He didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that. No, I mean,
he did not say that.
No, you like that?
Don't lie about it.
I know, no, he definitely didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Close. I think right now we're living in a time where so many things that we're allowed to pass, you know, just simply won't cut it anymore. And I think in a really beautiful way, I think what's happening is in the same way that in these films you see, especially this year, so many different people telling so many different kinds of stories, I think now people feel like they have to express themselves in the most honest, authentic way possible.
Alan, see you better?
Well, I hope it doesn't become just like a seasonal trend, you know, and there's a continuity in all the conversations. You know, it's not that, I don't think that it's just about which is the conversation now. And in other words, it's not like what is the fashion this year versus next year, you know? It should be something that is an ongoing conversation when we're talking about important issues. But and the Me Too should keep on going and evolving together with very important issues about diversity.
Together.
They don't have Oscar hosts?
And you guys are practically perfect.
Hey, that's not my,
I hope to see you guys
not my concern. There's no guarantee I'm going to be there, so
we just like to get the invite, you know.
we got to get there.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
like to get the invite.
It ain't you know, it ain't unlocked. So
Somebody funny.
What do you think of our hood, my Palm Springs neighborhood?
Never been able to.
Never hear. Oh, and what do you think? What do you think so far?